Fuck off! We want our fucking club back. I've had enough.
Yes.
Fans have just had enough of the way this club's run.
Chelsea fans, this is getting serious. What we're seeing right now outside Stamford Bridge isn't just frustration, it's something much bigger. Thousands of supporters have gathered, turning the streets into a sea of blue, and the message they're sending to the club's current owners is loud, emotional, and impossible to ignore. And when you hear what they're demanding, it might just shock you. We're talking about massive protests, passionate chants, banners held high in the air, and one name echoing through the crowd again and again. Roman Abramovich. Yes, you heard that right. Fans are openly calling for the return of the former owner, the man many believe built the modern success of Chelsea Football Club. Eyewitness reports describe an intense atmosphere around the stadium. Roads packed with supporters. Chants ringing out non-stop. Emotions running high. This wasn't a small group trying to make noise, this was a movement. And at the heart of it all is growing frustration with the current ownership. Many fans feel the club has lost its way, and they are no longer willing to stay silent about it. The chants were clear and repeated over and over again, "Bring him back, bring him back." It's a powerful message. Not just because of what it says, but because of what it represents. Because this isn't just about one man. It's about everything he stood for. Let's take a step back for a moment. When Abramovich took over Chelsea back in 2003, everything changed. The club went from being competitive to becoming one of the most dominant forces in world football. Trophies started arriving consistently. The Premier League was no longer a dream, it became an expectation, and on the European stage, Chelsea rose to the very top, winning the Champions League and cementing their place among football's elite. But it wasn't just about the trophies. It was the mentality. There was a sense of ambition. A refusal to accept mediocrity. A drive to always compete at the highest level, no matter what. For many fans, that era didn't just bring success, it defined what Chelsea is supposed to be. Fast forward to today, and the contrast feels stark. So what exactly has pushed fans to this point? Why now? Well, there are several reasons, and they've been building up over time. First, the performances on the pitch. Chelsea have struggled with consistency. One week, there's hope. The next, disappointment. It's been a cycle that's left fans frustrated and unsure of what to expect from their team. Second, the uncertainty around management. There's been a lack of stability, with changes and speculation creating a sense that there's no clear long-term plan in place. Fans are finding it hard to believe in a project that feels constantly in flux. Third, the transfer strategy. Yes, the club has spent heavily. Very heavily, but many supporters are questioning whether that money has been used wisely. There's a growing feeling that the squad lacks balance, identity, and a clear direction. And then there's the emotional side of it all. The connection between the club and its fans. For years, Chelsea supporters felt aligned with the vision of the club. There was trust. There was belief. Now, that connection feels strained. And when that happens in football, it doesn't take long for frustration to boil over. That's exactly what we're seeing now. But let's address the biggest talking point. Is a return for Roman Abramovich even possible? Realistically, no. There are major legal, political, and financial barriers that make such a scenario extremely unlikely. The circumstances surrounding his departure from the club were complex, and the current ownership structure is firmly in place. So why are fans chanting his name? Why are they holding on to that idea? Because it's symbolic. It's not really about bringing Abramovich back. It's about what he represents. He represents ambition. He represents leadership. He represents a winning culture. And right now, fans feel like those things are missing. This protest is their way of saying, we want our club back. Not literally the same ownership, but the same standards. The same hunger. The same identity. And that's a message the current owners cannot afford to ignore. Because when thousands of fans show up like this, when the noise becomes this loud, it means something deeper is going on. This is a turning point. For the ownership, the pressure is now very real. They have a decision to make. Do they listen to the fans? Do they take steps to rebuild trust, create a clearer vision, and bring stability back to the club? Or do they continue on the current path and risk the disconnect growing even wider? Because if there's one thing history has shown in football, when fans feel unheard, the situation rarely improves on its own. It escalates. And for a club as big as Chelsea, with such a passionate global fan base, that's not something you can ignore. The coming weeks and months will be crucial. Every decision, from management to transfers to communication, will be under the microscope. Fans will be watching closely. Waiting. Hoping for signs that their voices are being heard. Because at the end of the day, this isn't just about results. It's about identity. It's about pride. It's about what it means to be Chelsea. And right now, that meaning feels uncertain. But one thing is absolutely clear, Chelsea fans have spoken. And they've spoken loudly. The question now is simple, will the club listen? Or is this just the beginning of something even bigger?